Surprise, surprise, motherfucker. The King's back. Let's get it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy, Ego. How's the audio sounding? We cool? We sounding cool in the audio section? Huh? We got to talk about it. There's a lot of stuff, man. Did y'all miss me? Huh? Hold on. We about to get straight to this money. We ain't even playing around today. We gonna get to this money. Listen. There's a lot of people who got a lot of stuff to say. So let me say my piece. Y'all with it? How's it sound? We sounded good? We had some sound interruptions yesterday. Can you guys hear me clear? Audio is cool? All right, you know how I like to do. Boxingego roll call. I like to see where you guys are from. Let's get it. Hey, where y'all at? Where y'all from? Tell me where you at, where you from. Don't play dumb in the comments. Let's get it. Hey, city, yee. I'm from the Bay. We don't play with it. I got a chick. She will stay with it, lay with it. Let's get it. All these boxing critics, they want it with it. They want to spit it. Oh my gosh. I'm like OJ. I get acquitted. Yeah, it's Mink over the mic. We mink with it. Shout out to Memphis, Brooklyn, 718, San Diego, ATL, Daly City, where you at? Southside, Shot Town. Hey, shout out to Aurora, Colorado. Y'all had that shooting. That was crazy a couple years back. Santa Maria, audio is perfect. 415-707, yee. Shout out to the Flats. My homeland. DMV repping. They be repping hard in the DMV. You know, all y'all states right over there clustered in, but y'all be repping. Shout out to Inglewood, Guadalupe, Arizona. Where y'all at? DC, down in Cali. Where you at? Where you at? Florida. Let's keep it going. We ain't done enough. City, state, zip. Where you at? Where you from? Oh, man. They want to come for the king, but the boy is back. Shout out to Leeds, UK. All right. So the roll call, we look pretty good on that. Let's get into it. Now, man, we getting straight to the money today. You know, no time to beat around the bush. There's some big boxing news. A lot of people have a lot to say. You know, I see people comments talking about egos on suicide watch. Like, you don't see no slits on my wrist. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm wearing a watch. You might see some slits on the wrist, some cuts. But what are y'all talking about? Like, see, this proves to me what I've said all along. These dudes is too emotional for me. You know, just straight beta male. Shout out to Mexico. Jalisco, Mexico. I see you. You know, these dudes are straight beta males. Why the fuck would I be on suicide watch because a boxer signs a deal to a streaming app? Second of all, you guys, I always say this, new media, Death Row East, believe in that. Believe in it. You got to be careful where you get your information from, because I'm not knocking the platform of YouTube or, like, you know, Instagram and stuff, but because I made a name on it. I made money on these platforms, right? But you got to be careful where you get your information from, because anybody can do it, you know, starting up at least. Anybody can open up a YouTube account. You know, you just have to be of a certain age and they'll let you open up an account. So the problem, no one told me to delete my channel. You know, why would I delete my channel? If you've seen these paychecks, you wouldn't delete shit anyway. Anywho, the bottom line is this. I'm not knocking the different platforms. However, you have to, it's like drink responsibly. You have to consume your information responsibly. Not everybody is saying facts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people run with some, oh, Canelo signed to Eddie Hearns. And so we're going to talk about it. To the best of my knowledge, I'm going to give you guys what's going on here. You know, is that fair? These dudes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. These dudes emotional, but they don't even know the full facts. None of us know all the full facts because they haven't announced everything. This is all still in the rumor stage. But to my understanding, I do think Canelo's going to go over to DAZN. I think he will sign a multi-fight deal, so even beyond the Rocky Fielding fight. However, let's talk about it. Make sure y'all smash the like button. This one of them episodes, we got to get straight to the money. You know, we got to be sharp today. They coming for the throne. We got to be sharp. Be careful where you get your information from. Next, let's talk about it. Canelo is signed to Golden Boy Promotions factually, right? Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Gomez, that is his direct line of communication when he has questions about his career and his team, the Reynosos, right? To my understanding, I was born ready. Canelo Alvarez has signed a multi-fight deal to DAZN, which is a streaming app trying to make its mark in combat sports in America. There's a misconception that Eddie Hearns owns DAZN. That's not the case. DAZN was an app before Eddie Hearn linked up with them, factually. You know, they had been around for 2 years, so it's not like they used Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Promotions as the first like boxing company that they linked up with to acquire talent, to use Matchroom fighters, to put on events and give, you know, shoot out some money for him to televise or as a broadcaster, like a middleman to broadcast your shit via stream, right? This Canelo deal, a lot of people are giving props to Eddie Hearns. But long term, this Canelo deal has nothing, to my knowledge, has nothing to do with Eddie Hearn. This particular fight, it does, because Canelo is with Golden Boy and Rocky Fielding is with Matchroom. However, let's say Canelo beats Rocky Fielding and drops back down to 160, right? If he drops back down to 160, let's say he does a trilogy fight with Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin is currently signed only to K2 Promotions. So if a deal can be worked out between Canelo, DAZN, Golden Boy, and K2 Promotions, Eddie Hearn is not eating off of Canelo versus Triple G 2 unless Triple G signs like Usyk and does a co-promotional thing with Eddie Hearn. But Golden Boy was smart. They have the talent. They have the A side. So why you just cut out the middleman? Why would they give Eddie Hearn money when they've cultivated Canelo? That's what I'm not understanding. Why people talking about ego, he's on suicide watch. I come to you live and direct immediately after the news. I'm not ducking or dodging nobody or no subject. So what are you talking about? I'm not, you know, first, and see, this is what I'm talking about with the emotion. I don't give a rat's ass. If it's good for boxing, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I never had a problem with DAZN. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people misconstrue stuff. I've said this time and time again. You guys have to open up, expand your palates, open up your ears, and listen to what people are saying. I've never had an issue with DAZN. I'm not a toxic person where I want things to immediately fail. However, I give my honest commentary and assessments and thoughts based on what I am seeing in the game. That's what I do, you know? And at the moment, you know, it was just Eddie Hearn on DAZN. He was the one, and he wasn't in the favor of the American public based on what happened with Wilder and Joshua. And then Matchroom, they were putting on Matchroom style fights that they put on in the UK. And I'm like, I don't see how that's going to resonate with the American market. I've said the same things over and over and over again. Right? So once again, Canelo, to my knowledge, if I'm wrong on this, then I'll make a follow-up video and I'll clarify it and set the record straight. But he is not being co-promoted long-term through Eddie Hearn. This fight is co-promoted because Rocky Fielding, Canelo's opponent, is a Matchroom fighter. So yes, Eddie Hearn will make money off of the fight, Canelo versus Rocky Fielding. However, if Canelo fought, let's say, Jamal Charlo on DAZN, that has nothing to do with Eddie Hearn. That don't have anything to do with Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Charlo's with Al Heyman, and he just started Lions Only Promotions. So that's my understanding of it. A lot of people are like, aha, Eddie proved you wrong. You know, saying stupid shit in the comments, that ego on suicide watch. I didn't get proven wrong with anything. And if anything, all I said is DAZN needs to find, they need a star that resonates with America. You know, Canelo's a big star, so that's good. You know, that's big for DAZN. But either way, it doesn't change anything that I've said. It doesn't change anything. You know, DAZN needed to get a star. So Canelo is a star, so that's cool. We'll see what happens. But here's the other catch. Like, see, a lot of people, they're so emotionally invested to boxing, which is cool. The passion is cool, but we got to talk facts. The bottom line is Canelo Alvarez, him fighting Rocky Fielding, I told you, I have no problem with him fighting Rocky Fielding. He moved up, fought Chavez Jr. at 164.5. Then he took 2 fights with Golovkin at 160, who was the best middleweight. You know, he was considered the best middleweight consensus. So he had a draw, and then he came back, fought a different game plan, and beat him. Right? Then he beat Golovkin. So I don't care. You're stepping outside your comfort zone. Rocky Fielding looks huge next to Canelo, FYI, which we'll talk about that more. But, you know, you're going up to 160. Cool. But they're selling it as a title fight. If you really want to be real, Rocky Fielding got knocked the fuck out in 1 round by Caleb Smith, who just knocked out George Groves. And Caleb Smith holds the regular super title. Rocky Fielding has a secondary title. So if you really want to make sense, if you really want to, there's too many titles in boxing if you really want to keep it a buck. So this is what Terrence Crawford was talking about. See, now I told you, we sharp today. We just getting straight to the money. You know, no playing around right now. We might do that later, but we getting straight to the money. Y'all gonna get this work. This is what Terrence Crawford precisely was talking about. He says, I don't recognize Manny Pacquiao as a true champion. He's not slighting a legend. He's just basically saying what I've always said. Too many fucking belts in the sport of boxing. How you have 2 guys, just peep this. Peep this. How do you have 2 guys in the same weight division who have fought that are both champions with the same belt, but one just has a higher version of the belt? That don't even make sense. You know, so Caleb Smith hit Rocky Fielding, boom, he knocked out, he on the ground, I'm in the car trying to figure out what the fuck just happened, right? Caleb Smith, he's the G, he's the man. You know, one of them. Jose Uzcategui, he's one of them. David Benavidez was, but then he failed the drug test with the coke. So now I think Durrell and somebody else, Anthony Durrell, someone else is going to fight for his belt, right? Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, right? Caleb Smith, how he knock out Rocky Fielding, yet Rocky Fielding has the same belt as him, you know, just a lower version. You know, it's just like, it's just weird, you know, to be honest. It's just weird. More money to sanction ego. Yeah, I get it. You know, obviously it's something. But these little sub belts don't, you know, that don't really prove nothing. You know, like same thing in welterweight. Keith Thurman is the real champion. Pacquiao didn't knock out Keith Thurman or beat Keith Thurman to become the champion. He fought Lucas Matisse, and if you really want to be real, what the fuck did Lucas Matisse do at welterweight? Let's talk about it. See, I told you I'm sharp today. Let's talk about it. Name the most impressive win that Lucas Matisse had at welterweight. I'll wait. Don't all rush now. Name Lucas Matisse's best victory at welterweight. You know? Don't all speak at once. Huh? I can't hear y'all. Name Lucas the Machine Matisse's best win at welterweight. Ego nasty with the fact. Man, I'm coming. We getting this work off today. I told you. They talking about I'm on suicide watch. I'm alive. I'm alive. More alive than ever. Lucas Matisse fought Provodnikov at 140. Try again. So what you talking about? Lucas Matisse versus Mike Jones. When did he fight him? When did he fight him? When did he fight Mike Jones? The rapper? Mike Jones, 8004. Mike Jones. Like, when did he fight Mike Jones? See, I got the facts today. Got the facts today. But the two junior welterweight sluggers. So you can't even say Lamont Peterson was at a catchweight. You know, that was at a catchweight. I'm talking about at the full 147. Who was Lucas Matisse's best win? See, y'all dealing with the boxing encyclopedia. Let's get it. Who was the people he fought before Pacquiao at welterweight were Emmanuel Taylor after Broner had beat him and knocked him down in the 12th round, bars, right? And he beat Tawam Kawam, who had never really fought outside of Thailand. He just had some big ass Pacquiao looking calves. And he didn't even look good in that fight. Then he's fighting Pacquiao. I didn't mind the fight, but, you know, to say Pacquiao's this big and bad champion, that's why it was embarrassing when Pacquiao met Floyd Mayweather in Tokyo and he tried to say, I have a belt. You know, he's like, but Floyd, I have my belt. You want to bite my belt? Like, bro, you're bragging about this belt? Floyd, if we rematch, but I have the belt. Nah, you got a belt, all right. You got that Gucci belt. Cause Keith Thurman, you didn't beat him. Like, see, this is what I'm saying. This is what we talking about in boxing. Ruslan Provodnikov was at 140, junior welterweight. Step your bars up. We already just discussed this. Let's get it. Matisse had momentum at 140. True. But what the fuck is that got to do with 147? I believe my fight with Floyd. I have my belt. Like, you didn't beat Keith Thurman for that belt. You know, you beat Matisse, who really didn't do anything at welterweight. You know, yeah, big puncher. Yeah, Keith Thurman's a big puncher. KOs for life. I got this thing this one time, you know. Why didn't you stop Keith Thurman playing the flute and be, you know, stop him like you did Matisse? So this is what we talking about. So bottom line is too many belts in boxing. So that being said, Canelo's fighting a guy that got knocked out by the other guy. Cool. I'm not mad at it. You know, it's business. He came off of 2 tough fights, but that's the fact. Caleb Smith stretched Rocky Fielding. Check YouTube. You know, and Caleb Smith just went in the World Boxing Super Series, got to the last leg, and beat George Groves, who is a respected guy in the division, by stoppage. You know? And it was a good stoppage. He had George Groves out of there. Like, you know, hurt bad. So, you know, that's the reality of it. So, to me, my thing is this. DAZN, there's a couple of things. In my opinion, which we don't have the financials, make sure y'all smash the like button. Y'all getting that, we doing that classes in session type of stream. Smash the like button if you guys could. We got to get the numbers up. But if you think about it, Canelo's going to have to, whatever Canelo got, I would imagine, I would surmise that they broke the bank a bit for just to land Canelo. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's fine and dandy to get the star, but that also hurts your bottom line because now you have to re-up the money. You get what I'm saying? So you have to hope Canelo, his growing power, his buying power or selling power, whatever you want to call it, is great enough to get a big enough return on your investment, because it's just like teams. It's like baseball, football, any team, salary caps. If you got one player who has this crazy wild contract he's taking up a lot of your room where you could get 3 or 4 like good players instead of this one superstar player. You get what I'm saying? My question is this. On pay-per-view, it like, okay, there's 2 things. We getting that work off today. There's 2 things. This, you know, I'm talking about the business versus the fans. For the fans, it's good because fans have had to spend $65 to $85 to get a Canelo fight, you know, on pay-per-view each time he fought. So if he fought Khan and Smith, you had to pay, you know, $65 to $85. So from that regard, only paying $9.99 a month is better for the fans. But long term, you know, I'm still questioning how this is going to work for DAZN. You know, how it's going to benefit DAZN in the long run. Because here's the thing about boxing. For superstars, I don't think the pay-per-view model is dead. You know, and to justify especially lesser fights and to actually profit and make it profitable, you know, if it's a less than desired fight, like Canelo Triple G, that's going to sell all day, you know, at least for the time being, because people want to see it. But Canelo Fielding, you're going to be paying Canelo whatever you're paying him, which, again, if I had to take an educated guess, it's a good amount of money. You're paying him a good amount of money to forego, like, getting on ESPN pay-per-view or Showtime pay-per-view since HBO's out of the picture. And he's getting all this upfront money, whatever he worked out for his deal with Golden Boy. And so it satisfies him, but how does this affect your bottom line? You know, it's just no different than any team sport. It's no different, you know, when one superstar player is hogging up the salary cap. You know, I remember years ago, and see, this is the thing. Is this where it could go wrong? Jamarcus Russell. Who remembers Jamarcus Russell? I'm not even a Raiders fan. I'm a Niners fan. Who remembers Jamarcus Russell? Jamarcus Russell got signed for over $60 million with the Raiders. And he turned out to be a bust. Like, you know, it didn't work. And he got like half of that money was guaranteed, like $32 million, you know, Floyd Mayweather paycheck was guaranteed. So even if he did good, that was 32 was guaranteed, like half of the money. You know, so he held out, got over $60 million to sign a Raider, and it ended up being a bust. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't a dynasty quarterback for the Raiders. You get what I'm saying? And then I think he had run-ins with the law, like he was on lean and, you know, shit like that. He was running though. He was a running ass quarterback. So, you know, it turned out to be a bust for the Raiders because they paid him all this money, you know? So this is, again, I'm not saying with Canelo has established star power, but I do think the market of pay-per-view is still there for adequate fights. Now, how are you going to justify paying these huge salaries with $9.99 a month subscriptions, you know, as opposed to $75, $85 pay-per-views? You know, I don't know. I don't know if you just get a bunch of sponsors. I don't know. You know, I'm not gonna front like I do know, but that's just something I'm thinking about. Like, okay, let's say Canelo's last pay-per-view was 85 fucking bucks with Golovkin, right? 85. Somebody do the math. It should be pretty easy. $85 times 100,000. How much is that? $85 a pop times 100,000 buys. Nobody good at math? Y'all on lunch break? $85 a pop times $100. I believe like 75 mil. Wow. Y'all that bad with math? Wow. Y'all got to move the decimal point over one more time. Damn, y'all really need a. I see why y'all watch boxing. Y'all motherfuckers can't add. No, the answer is 8.5 million. All you have to do is move the decimal point. When you're dealing with hundreds, it's usually pretty easy. Y'all motherfuckers like $65. Y'all on The Price is Right and shit. Y'all motherfuckers just guessing and shit. What the fuck? Sam has 6 apples. Like, what the fuck are you talking? Sam has 6 apples. Y'all suck at math. What the fuck? Sam, them dumbass problem solving. Like, when the motherfucker, fuck math. You feel me? When do you ever need to know that? Sam has 65 apples he gets from the supermarket. He sells 6 on his way home. Like, who the fuck is just walking home selling apples? You know what I mean? And then he drops 2 down the sewer. Like, I don't know how much the motherfucker got. What do you mean how many apples he got? I don't give a fuck. Make some applesauce. Make an apple pie. I don't care. I hate the math was doing on them stupid ass. Debbie has 2,000 toenails and she saves them for 2 years and puts them in a bag for another 3 years. And then she gives 50 toenails to her youngest kid. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm lost. The bitch got a bunch of toenail clippings. Fuck Debbie. I can't say that. That's my mama name. She would fuck around and slap me. Anyway, the answer is 8.5 million. Right? So, at $9.99 a pop, if you sell 100,000, how much is that? So $10. Say $10 times 100,000. Get y'all calculators out. Get y'all calculators. Look at Daniel Harvey work for DAZN and shit. DAZN is the future. It's the future. That's what's up. It's the future. The motherfucker work for DAZN and shit. It's the future. DAZN is the future. Anyway, y'all suck at math. It's 1 million. $10 a pop is 1 million. Versus if you charged $85 a pop, it's 8.5 million. You guys, so you see the difference. You're just off selling at $85 a pop, 100,000. You're already making 7 times more than money. You know, plus you're making more money. 8.5 million versus 1 million. So I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work. Like, especially like, let's say a big fight. Charlo. How is Charlo gonna get a hefty paycheck, you know, for stepping up versus Canelo, and then Canelo get a hefty paycheck for stepping up? I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work. You guys tell me. At $9.99 a pop, how's that gonna work? See, ESPN's different. You know why? Because ESPN has been around, and it's actually a TV show. I mean, excuse me, not TV show. I'm tripping. It's actually a network channel. Do you get what I'm saying? But at a cheaper price, more people would buy. Well, then how come Crawford Horn numbers weren't released on ESPN Plus, which is $5 cheaper than DAZN? How many pay-per-view buys did that do? Yet when Crawford fights Benavidez, you know, Jeff Horn, he beat Pacquiao, you know, and that was the highest rated ESPN telecast. So how come Jose Benavidez, the numbers got promptly announced with Terrence Crawford? You get what I'm saying? ESPN's a channel though, and they're already established. DAZN still isn't established, you know. So signing Canelo is big, but to me, it's not a foregone conclusion, because boxing is back to what have you done for me lately, and you're gonna have to put on good fights. If Canelo, like, okay, here's an example. Canelo, okay, so you guys are going to keep a year-round DAZN subscription for Android. I'm just asking. This is an opinion question. So for Android Andrade versus Walter Cronkite. You know, Walter Matthau or whoever he's fighting from Africa. Tony Bellew versus Usyk. Bellator fights. Canelo versus Rocky Fielding. Who else is on DAZN? They got a card with like Denis Lebedev and a bunch of motherfuckers that nobody's talking about. Do you get what I'm saying? So, Daniel Harvey, you sound stupid. He said Netflix was shit when it started. Hell no, you don't know what you're talking about. Netflix started in the 90s. Second of all, it was mail order. How is it shit when you can get any new movies mailed to you? How is it shit? So you're full of shit. I see why you got blocked on the other channel. Netflix wasn't shit. It had all the movies and it was started off as a mail order service. You trying to act like Netflix's catalog was horrible. No, because they were selling physical copies. Step your knowledge up. How was Netflix shit when it first started? When all you had to do is just like Redbox, but they would just mail it to you. So what are you talking about? It was shit, bitch. And you blocked, bitch. Yeah. You see how they say stuff with no explanation? Oh shit, I clapped the wrong person. Hold on. I clapped my dude Luis Medina. Waffle lover, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, sweetie. Hold on. I clapped you. Oh, you really getting it too, because you made me clap the wrong dude. My bad, Luis. Yeah, waffle lover. What type of name is that? A waffle lover. That shit sound sus. My bad, Luis. I didn't mean to clap you. What's that fuzzy shit in front of your mic? I'm the king. This is the king of Zamunda mic. The royal penis is clean, your highness. Yeah, thank you, king shit. Yeah, man, I accidentally clapped the wrong person. So there will be casualties. You know, I'm the king of Zamunda. Why do you have haters' ego? That means you doing something right. You ain't popping if you listen. When I first started, I didn't have no haters. Dale McCree says gay, LOL. How's that gay when he had women underwater bathing him, giving him like a sponge bath? But whatever. Hey, Luis, I didn't even mean, my bad. I didn't mean to clap you. He was right underneath you. See, they getting caught up in the crossfire. Remember that commercial? Crossfire, you'll get caught up in the crossfire. You got hit with that ricochet, that Denzel. Yeah, nice and easy. I'm putting the gun down. Now the only weapon I got is useless unless you're a pretty girl. But anyway, like I said, I still have questions. That's cool. I think Canelo's going to take up a lot of the salary. You know, a lot of people are awarding Eddie Hearn credit for this, right? But that doesn't make... So, DAZN, you guys understand, DAZN has Cristiano Ronaldo as a representative. You know that, right? So, do you guys think that Eddie Hearn's getting paid off of Cristiano Ronaldo? You know, when they have a Bellator card, you think Eddie Hearn's the one that's getting paid for that? Or is it the people in Bellator? You know, so to my knowledge, it's like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Do you smell what the Rock? You know, it's like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Just because he has a show on HBO doesn't mean that he owns HBO. You get me? Like, he has a show, Ballers. Yes, he has a working relationship with HBO. Yes, but he doesn't own HBO. So if HBO comes out with The Wire or Insecure, The Rock is not getting credit for that. He's not getting money. LeBron James has a show. He just had Drake, and Drake was talking about the Pusha T beef. And the funny thing is, it's like a barbershop tell-all or some shit. The funny thing is, Drake was talking about the Pusha T beef, the story of Edenon, and he was saying how Pusha T crossed the line, talking about his friend OVO 40 with the MS. So you mad that he talked about him because Pusha T was like, how much you man is 666? How much time he got that boy tick 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 or whatever? And he was like, you're gonna get punched in the face. You've taken it too far. So you didn't care that he was talking about your own blood, your own seed, your son. That's kind of weird to me. You know, I mean, the 40 line was like definitely harsh, but he's talking about your son too and putting it on blast. But the thing that's going to get him punched in the face is him talking about OVO 40. That's kind of weird to me. Shout out to Robert Martinez with the $5 super chat. Hustle gang, homie. You know, so like I said, a lot of people are saying inaccurate things. Like I said, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has a show on HBO, but he doesn't own HBO. I'm sure he has a good working relationship with him, but he doesn't get, like, if Taxi Cab Confessions Real Sex 16 comes on, I'm pretty sure Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is not getting paid for Taxi Cab Confessions or Real Sex 16 on this episode. And now HBO always had that pervert doing the narration. Taxi Cab Confessions Part 30. And now, like, who the fuck is doing that? Who is on the mic? Like the new Tupac biopic, All Eyes on Me. And now, like, who the fuck is that? Ken Kniff from Connecticut, motherfucker? Who is doing that on HBO? They need to stop it. Hey, I used to watch Real Sex. No homo. But Real Sex was when I was a kid. Hey, that shit was kind of motherfuckers living with mannequins and shit. Like, damn, you be feeding the bitch and shit. They be like they be buying these like $8,000 like sex doll mannequins and shit. Be eating cereal. Like, hey babe, how was your day? Mannequin just like, you're not gonna eat the rest of your Lucky Charms. Hey, what the fuck? Hey, they tripping with these sex dolls. They try to make them realistic and shit, have feelings and emotion. They got sex dolls now that'll fuck around and nag you. You need to start mating your socks. You need to start mating your socks when you're doing laundry. Like, damn, bitch, I got a cyborg bitch nagging me now? Fuck no. They trying to make this shit too realistic. You sound like my exes. I'm about to dip you in some water. Dip you in a bathtub and short circuit your motherfucker ass. You don't shut up. Let's get it, man. I'm the king. I'm the king behind the mic. We done the livest gates. We had the most fun. No, they tripping with these new sex dolls. They be getting their hair did and shit at the shop. Like, what the fuck? Like, like, yeah, I just decided to get a bob. I just wanted to get a bob. I needed something different. It took 5 inches off. Like, bitch, how'd you get to the? Oh, I called Uber. Like, damn, they got sex dolls taking Ubers and shit. Like, you independent, self-sufficient. The fuck? What kind of sex doll is this? I hate technology. Self-sufficient ass sex doll. Shout out to Dale McCree, $5 super chat. He said waffle. Hey, stop. Y'all trying to get me shut down, man. I love everybody. Pause. Waffle lover sounds gay. Ego. LOL. Not coming to America a bit. Y'all gotta stop, please. Tecate has a sex doll? Hell nah. The fucking I Was Born Ready sex doll. Born bold. Born with the mechanical vag. What do you talk about? Tecate sex doll? Hey, they tripping. They're like, man, the beer shit is cool. We got the brewery on lock. We need these Tecate sex dolls. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping for real. Hey, watching Boxingego while I get this cardio in. They say sometimes we need to censor ourselves. And to them, I say, fuck that. You know, somebody was like, my wife got mad because you cussed. What? Don't watch my shit. You know, put some earmuffs on. Little baby ass virgin ears. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I don't even know what we were talking about. I'm thinking of sex. Oh, we were talking about real sex and all that. Yeah, anyway, The Rock is not getting paid off of taxi cab confessions and stuff. He don't own the network. Same thing with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn doesn't own DAZN. He's not the investors that put up the money. The guy, I think the guy is Ukrainian, to be honest. One of them. I think he's from the Ukraine or some shit. Watching Boxingego while I put my newborn to sleep. Congratulations to you on your child, on your newborn. Jesse Perez, what's good? Hey, Chris Hansen be wildin'. He be popping out of nowhere. Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Like, damn. Motherfucker just be coming through the kitchen striking. Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. What are you doing here? Like, you know what he doing here. I mean, it's disgusting what he doing here. I like on Catch a Predator, TCAP, when they try to have some bullshit excuse. I'm helping Billy with his homework. Why are you butt naked on the bar stool, though? What type of homework is that? You need to get him to fuck in jail ASAP. Talking about I'm coming to help him. So you waited till his parents were out of town on a little instant messenger to come help him with his homework. You know, why don't you meet him at Starbucks to help him with his homework? You gonna meet him naked in the kitchen. Yeah, 2 + 2 = this dick. Like, what? let me stop, because they're gonna be like, oh, this is absurd. Should have never gave you money. Oh, they should have never gave us money. We done the livest live gates. You know, no, that's actually, I'm not trying to make it sound like, because that's foul. Like, child pedophilia and stuff, that's foul. But I'm just saying, like, that Catch a Predator show is, like, alarming how they be acting. I got some good news for the channel coming up soon. Real good news. You're killing, man. Oh, smash the like button if I'm killing. Let's get it. We have some fun in this game. We keep it real. Keep it a whole stack. Gang, gang. I should have some good news. Man, I got to do better, though, because I meant to get out to Omaha a lot sooner. I didn't get as much footage, and, you know, I don't like to lose. I'm a perfectionist, you know, so I know I could have had a more eventful trip, but I tried, got what I could get, but the next one is on and cracking. Believe me. And I got something else pretty big. I think you guys should like it, but I don't like to jinx myself, so I'm just going to wait, but once I get the clearance, it's on. Who's demonetized? They can't demonetize. I'm the kid. Thumbs down for this moron. Hey, block Daniel Harvey. He been hating since the beginning. I'm your daddy. You talking about thumbs down for this moron, man. But you stayed in here since the beginning, and I've been on for 45 minutes. Block Daniel Harvey. Who has 7 different YouTube accounts? I have no idea. Daniel Harvey been hating from the beginning, but now it would no longer be tolerated. Shooters, block Daniel Harvey. He is not part of the gang. He ain't one of us. He a mole. He a rat. Shout out to Jesse Perez with the $2 super chat. Every time y'all hate, the money come in. Daniel Harvey, you need more people, smack. Ronald Finkley clapped you. Hey, Ronald, you foul. How you gonna talk shit to him and then block him? That's cold-blooded. You gonna have a little one-liner and talk that shit. You gonna talk that talk to him. Okay, Shasquibi Rashid. Hi, Boxingego. Why do you hate Eddie Hearn? What makes you think that I hate Eddie Hearn? You're in the hot seat, by the way. So enjoy. Hope it was worth it. Why do you think that I hate Eddie Hearn? What if I said that wasn't factual? That's what I need to know. See, this new generation is soft. Hey, how did he come back? Hey, get Daniel Harvey. He says, "You're not my daddy, moron. You're a dumb cunt." Yeah, get your UK ass up out of here. Talking about some cunt. I know where you from. What a thick cunt. Yeah, you gonna be thick when my shooter slice you like deli meat. It's coming. It's coming, Daniel. Yeah, Daniel. Your time is coming. They're coming to get you. Is Ronald Finkley the only shooter? Because he been clapping. Thank you. Damn, he got clapped twice. They be double tapping on the trigger. Hey, the cemetery is growing. Hey, speaking of cemetery, the new pet cemetery looks pretty wet. It looks dope. Victor Gonzalez is coming soon. I'm handling it, Vic. I'm handling it. Yeah, I know he got 12 accounts like they all do. So that's the latest with the Canelo. A lot of people are saying, Eddie Hearn, he did it. Eddie Hearn is not DAZN. Why would Golden Boy give Eddie Hearn money to, like, why would they let him in to get a cut? What is he doing when Golden Boy's their own promotional company? And they've already promoted Canelo since the beginning. Well, not from the beginning. He was with All Star Boxing, but since he hit America. So why would they need to cut Eddie Hearn in on the deal? They did it directly with DAZN, to my knowledge. If I'm wrong in that, and Eddie Hearn is the full-time co-promoter, beyond this fight, because he has to co-promote this fight because Rocky Fielding is his fight. I'm talking about no matter who Canelo fights next. I don't think that's the multi-fight deal, but that's how some people are reporting and putting Instagram posts as if Eddie Hearn did this. No. Golden Boy reached out to DAZN or whatever, had a reference, and they went through them directly. But we'll see. You got a lot of people like, Eddie Hearn, you stupid idiots, and all because there's a lot of tension because of the Wilder Joshua situation, and a lot of people have been critical of Eddie Hearn because of that. So people are going to make it look like, Deontay Wilder fans are the only ones, on suicide watch and, just stupid shit like that. But if you got to do all that in the sport of boxing, listen, I don't give a fuck who's making what deal, because I'm making my own deals behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I don't care. Like, if it's good for boxing, it's good for me, because I'm trying to cover everything. I get money regardless. I'm always going to do that. I'm a natural born hustler. I'm from the Bay. What you expect? Like Jay-Z said, what you want me to do? I'm sorry. Hey, block Shakib Rashid. He didn't answer the first question, and now he tried to sneak his ass up in here, leaving extra comments. You were in the hot seat. I didn't forget about you. And now you're trying to leave other comments, but you never answered the first question. All right, we'll see. We'll see. You said $10 is cheap. That's cool. We'll see. I still think that Canelo, he still has to fight good conversation. Shout out to New Orleans. I see you. I read your comment. Appreciate you. Yeah, Ronald Finkley catching bodies. He catching hot bodies, dropping them cold. But anyway, that's the thing. Like I said, congrats to DAZN, congrats to Canelo, all this other emotional shit. That's cool. We'll see how it does. But to me, I have questions still. I want to see who Canelo's gonna fight long term, if he is with them, because nobody's really trying to see Canelo avoid Charlo, Demetrius, Andre. See, now that could be good, but they got to make these fights. If Daniel Jacobs beats Derevyanchenko, he's the IBF champion. If Boo Boo Andre beats this guy from Namibia, then he is the WBO champion, because Billy Joe Saunders was about to get stripped if he didn't relinquish his belt. right? Ego, you be wildin', bro. Not everyone a troll, fam. Oh, well, I mean, I'm not really worried about what you talking about. So Daniel Jacobs is with DAZN as well as Demetrius Andrade. So that could be good if Canelo gets past Rocky Fielding, drops back down to 160, and fights those Eddie Hearn fighters. That's how Eddie Hearn can fit himself into the conversation, make great fights. You know, put new champion Daniel Jacobs in there with Canelo. Put Boo Boo Andrade, should he win, in there with Canelo Alvarez. But if it's just going to be Rocky Fielding level competitions, even with the name like Canelo, I don't see it even at a cheaper price point. It's still not the fights we want to see, you know? Rocky Fielding is cool. You're trying out something different, new weight class. But after that, people are going to want to see you fight Zurdo Ramirez at 68, Caleb Smith at 68, Jose Uzcategui at 68. You know, somebody who represents a real-life threat and is a real champion or is a real good fighter. Or if you drop back down to 60, which, you know, you could flex between the two or whatever you're doing, then Daniel Jacobs, Andrade, should they win and become champions, Jamal Charlo. So it's still dependent on that, you know. If it's a bunch of Amir Khan, Liam Smith, Rocky Fielding caliber fights, I still don't see it really doing much. I see the one, $2 super chat. Well, this means Canelo versus Charlo is harder to make. I mean, possibly. I don't know. Shout out to Taylor Bush, $10 super chat. I'll be honest, I don't think DAZN has enough fighters to be considered serious competition for a network like Showtime. That's what I'm saying. People getting all like super gassed. It really is dependent on what they do with this. Because to me, Al Heyman has the most fighters, and then it's top rank, you know, out of the major promoters and advisors and stuff. So all roads kind of lead to them. And to be honest, I think Golden Boy's personal beef kept him with, you know, his beef with Al Heyman kept them from going to Showtime. Because from what I heard, they didn't even respond to Showtime, who was trying to get Canelo back on the network. You know, so I think this is, you know, just the harsh realities of business and people in suits and business, you know, you know, feeling scorned, like, oh, Al Heyman took my fighters and all this bullshit. But you got to look at your client, you know, you got to look at your client and see what's best. That's cool. You think DAZN's the best for Canelo? He's probably going to make a lot of money, you know, up front. But for the grand scheme of DAZN, this could go either way. The reason I say it is just like sports teams, you have one guy hogging up the salary cap. So let's say hypothetically, whatever I don't know the stats. I'm just, you know, I'm spitballing it, right? How is DAZN how they're gonna sign another big name like Jamal Charlo, like Broner? How are they gonna sign another big name when you got Joshua potentially being on there, and then you got Canelo hogging up most of the real estate, most of the pot or whatever you want to call it. See, and this is the thing. Eddie Hearn's he's already been made. You know how they say in like crime boss movies, gangster movies, when they're like, oh, that car's been made, or your cover is blown. That's how it is with Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn. Their cover is blown. They've already been made. People are already hip to it. So it's the same thing. Joshua is the first or second biggest star in boxing when Floyd's not fighting, but it don't really matter if he's not fighting who we want to see him fight. You get what I'm saying? So, like, you know, it could go either way. Like Joshua, okay, he has all this star power, but if he doesn't fight Wilder Fury winner, then what's all the star power for? Because in my opinion, none of these guys are currently Mayweather, Pacquiao in their prime drawing power. Mayweather and Pacquiao in their prime, they were doing over $1 million on pay-per-view, no matter who they were fighting, different times or whatever. That's what it was. That's what it was. If Mayweather fought Hatton, Mosley, Cotto, you know, he was doing numbers. Juan Manuel Marquez probably, Oscar De La Hoya obviously, Canelo obviously. When Pacquiao was fighting Shane Mosley, Hatton, my fight with Ricky Hatton, you know. When he was fighting people like that, Juan Manuel Marquez, he was doing numbers. You know, these today's stars, it's a different climate with you know, just the different ways people illegally stream and all that. So it's different. So that's why they have to think of different things to make it more accessible and make it more realistic, because they're competing with people illegally streaming, all types of shit, you know, just different problems. All right, boom, you're in the hot seat. So negative for no reason. What am I being negative about? See, this is we're going to separate the truth from reality. Boom says I'm being negative for no reason. So what do you disagree with? What do you want me to say other than how I feel about a situation? You know, you want me to just start getting up here and tap dancing and be like, oh, the witch is dead, the witch is dead, ribbity wit. Like, that's not me. Like, I'm being realistic as I see it. So obviously you see it a different way. So you tell me what you disagree with. Name something that I said that you think should have been more positive. We'll see if it's a drive-by comment or if he really about that life, him or her. Boom, gonna get boom. See, they just want to say it. I promise you, I've been in this game far too long. They always want to do a drive-by. Now you in a hot seat. This is why we created it. Everybody grab your popcorn. Let's see what Boom disagrees with. You said I'm being negative for expressing my opinion, my truest thoughts to my audience on my channel. And I'm basing it off of what I see in facts and the knowledge that I have available to me. So you tell me, what name something I should have said and it should have been more upbeat or positive. That's not a real concern. See, they want me to look at boxing like them, which is not going to happen. I'm not going to look at boxing through a set of rose-colored lenses and everything's peachy keen if I don't see it that way. You know, they want me to be like if all the fighters with the big fan bases and stuff like Anthony Joshua, Canelo, Golovkin, if you say anything constructively criticizing their performance, what do you mean? You hate Golovkin? No, it's not I hate Golovkin, but I see little things that I would like to see changed, you know, or, you know, it's just an opinion on what I'm seeing. You notice this person still ain't said nothing. We ain't done enough. I told you. They say the going gets tough. Some people just get going. Where's Boom at? You have 10 seconds. Shooters, lock and load. Someone said Boom disappeared like Keith Thurman. We lock and loaded. Where's Boom at? What did I say that should have been more positive? Because you accused me of being negative for no reason or whatever. So you narrate. You tell me what I said. That should have been a lot different. That's not a realistic concern. Again, these dudes want you to say, oh, Canelo's the king, and no matter what. Listen, I give Canelo props when I see things that he deserves props for. They say, oh, you sucking Canelo's dick. I'm like, Canelo beats Golovkin. Oh, you sucking his dick. Then when I say him moving to DAZN, the outcome is depending on who he fights. Then they say you hate Canelo. You hate Eddie Hearn. You hate DAZN. You can never win, so fuck it. I don't even try. I just say my opinion and keep it pushing. I got thick skin. I got tough skin. I'm built for this. I'm built for tough. Shooters, block Boom. His time has elapsed. Boom went zoom, zoom. Exactly. You see how Boom just disappeared. The motherfucker did a sonic boom and left. See, they do this, and then when you ask them to elaborate, you never hear anything back. Then every time they hate, the money come in. So what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying them. Shout out to Prince Savage, $10 super chat. Appreciate you, Shmoney gang. It says they finding potholes in the drive-bys. Ego, you the truth, man. You speak facts, and I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. You know, what the fuck? I'm not sure what happened. The stream, it said video unavailable. Who's Kelvin? All right, we got another hot seat. Look at the names and the profile pictures of the people doing the most hating. Daniel Sanchez says, use a hater ego. All right, you in the hot seat. Bitsis rule Nazi saying, bro, you got one more chance at English and you getting blocked. What did I hate on? Daniel Sanchez. You got to do something, Sanchez. What did I hate on? I tweeted him, he tweeted back and never did. I'm just here for the commentary like normal. I don't know what you're talking about. What that baby daddy? Block him. Block that. Here, I'll do it. You know, we're not. I said, what did I hate on? He said, what? Who the baby daddy? What does that even mean? Blocked. That's easy. You know, that's an easy body. I'm messing ego. It's too late. Cause you messing and we ain't. We not playing games in the chat. You are. You are, but we not. I'm a Canelo fan, but I hope this is only a one-fight deal and he goes to Showtime. We'll see. But like I said, I'm just giving my honest opinion on the situation. Either way, Canelo has to fight. That's where the game's at. Because DAZN is still, just like ESPN Plus, it's still something additional. So you got to make it make sense. Uncle Ben, you in the hot seat. We just going to keep going. You got one opportunity. LOL, you salty ego. What am I salty for? I got big news coming for the channel. Two things. Oh, he got clapped already. My shooter's already clapped him. Listen, I'm ready. This is what I'm talking about with this emotional stuff. I just got back from a successful trip, you know, a new media trip to Omaha. I'm getting back organized, you know. What do y'all think I'm angry for? I don't understand. It's like this game is crazy when you're in the spotlight and stuff. It's crazy. Like if someone would say something ridiculous in the comment section and then I respond, they say like, aha, I got you, ego. I got you so frustrated. Like, so it's like you can't do nothing. So if I don't respond, then I'm a jerk, you know, because I'm not a personable person. But then if I do respond to some silliness in the comment, then they think they affected my whole day. It's like, it's crazy. I don't understand what y'all think news like this does to me. What does this do? Like, Canelo could sign to Nickelodeon if he wants. What does that do to my bank account? Absolutely nothing. You know, he could sign with NASCAR. I don't give a shit. It's his career. I'm just giving you my opinions on it. Block Uncle Ben. I don't know how he came back. Just block him. You go make some of that wild rice. Make some of that wild rice for us. Listen, they can say whatever they want, you know. And you know what the funny thing is? A lot of what we've discussed has come true this whole year. Like see, this is the thing. This is how I know this is how I know we're on the right path as far as Ego's army. They're not disputing what's being said. They're not saying, oh, you're full of shit. Eddie Hearn is co-promoting Canelo. Here's the proof. Here's an interview where he says he's in charge of Canelo's career. So that's how you know we winning. You know, there's no amount of dislikes or, you know, foolish comments that's going to disrupt or change that. You could say whatever, but at the end of the day, you're not proving it wrong. That's what this is about. If you really detest somebody's message, prove it wrong. That's all you have to do. There's nothing to talk about. All you have to do is prove it wrong. And that's what they're not doing. So is Eddie Hearn long-term managing Canelo's career co-promotionally? Yes or no? Everybody vote. And if you, depending on your answer, you will be called upon to provide proof. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Is Eddie Hearn managing co-promotionally managing Canelo's career for his next few fights with DAZN? See, this is why they can't beat us. People are mad at me for saying it. Show me otherwise, where Eddie Hearn is on the record. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, even beyond Rocky Fielding fight, you know, Canelo's ours now. Look. So no matter what, like I said, dislikes and all that, comments and, oh, ego, you mad, you hating, they're not showing us anything different. Canelo has a promoter. It's not like, see, y'all got to understand the Ali Act and stuff. Al Heyman is an advisor. Therefore, he cannot, it's a conflict of interest. He cannot be an advisor and a promoter, you know? So that's why Eddie Hearn was trying to, and did, you know, get some of the Jesse Vargases and, you know, people like that on his network. But the big stars like Broner and Charlo and all them, Errol Spence, they stayed. You know, they didn't go over there to DAZN. So Canelo, he doesn't have an advisor. His advisor is his promoter. Do you get what I'm saying? That's his promoter. So that's his promotional team. So the deal, even if Canelo signs with DAZN, they worked out a deal with DAZN, the partners at DAZN directly, which doesn't impact Eddie Hearn's bottom line. Victor is coming soon. I got, like I said, I've been doing some tests on colors, stuff like that. Oscar negotiated directly with John Skipper. I didn't know that's the guy's name. I don't know their names. I think one of them's from the Ukraine, though. This is what I'm talking about. Do some of y'all watch boxing? So who promotes PBC and Showtime fights? Al Heyman has promoters like Lou DiBella, usually does the East Coast ones. And he has TGB, which is like Goosen's daughter, and that whole team. He has Richard Schaefer and Ringstar, and he not outsources them, but I guess outsource would be the way. Though they put on the fights. If you look at the banner, it'll say Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence. I mean, not Errol Spence. Well, actually, that could be a future fight, but it'll say Mikey Garcia, Robert Easter, Ringstar Sports. It doesn't say Al Heyman all over. It says the name of the company, or it'll say Garcia versus Porter, DiBella ENT. Right? Steven Espinoza is not a promoter. He's an exec with Showtime. Y'all, this is what I'm saying. Some of y'all just guessing and don't know what y'all talking about. So all you Americans and Mexicans are going to have to buy DAZN. Fuck y'all. Hey, block him. Hold on, I'll do it. So that's the latest. We have to see who Canelo's fighting beyond this and get more information. But it is what it is. I still think Canelo's like, okay, if he beats Rocky Fielding, who's the likely next fight for DAZN? It's the same thing with Joshua. Joshua's a big star, but he's not bigger than boxing to the point where he could keep fighting guys that no one wants to see him fight, and then you put it on DAZN instead of pay-per-view, and it's just automatically everyone's going to flock to it. I mean, like I said, truth be told, the Rocky Fielding, I don't have a problem with it, but it's not the great, like, put it this way. Link to me one video after Canelo beat Golovkin. Name one video. I'll give out $1,000 right now. If someone says immediately after Canelo beat Triple G, show me a YouTube video that was post-dated, you know, like predated. I'll give out $1,000 where a video, a YouTuber was like, man, you know the fight I want to see after Canelo got past Triple G? Rocky Fielding. Yeah. Show me that video. Show me of any. Now, I've seen conversations like, oh, Canelo needs to fight Jacobs next. He needs to fight Billy Joe Saunders next. He needs to fight Boo Boo next. He needs to fight Charlo next. I did not see one person, factually, one person making any videos about Canelo need to move up to the next division and fight no fucking Rocky Fielding. So what are y'all talking about? You know, again, I don't have a problem with the fight. He's coming off of two tough Golovkin fights. Cool. But the reality of it is it's not that big of a fight. You know, it's big only in the sense of it's Canelo. Period. Nobody in America is like really familiar with the Rocky Fielding story. I know more about Rocky Dennis, the Elephant Man, than I do about Rocky Fielding. So what are you talking? I know Rocky Road ice cream, and I don't even like it. My whole family like Rocky Road. I don't even like Rocky Road, but you know, I know more about Rocky Road ice cream. Somebody's name is Fuck Boxing Ego won't stop making accounts. You don't have to stop making them, but they're all gonna get blocked. Bow Rocka Bobby in broad daylight. Woo! That motherfucker put that in his name. I will not stop making accounts. Listen, I get paid for this, so you don't. That's fine. If you can make 1 billion accounts, just know you're making 1 billion counts for free. I don't know why do they think that hurts me? I'll never stop making these accounts. You keep making them for free when you could be doing something else with your time. So, I mean, excuse me. That's the reality of it. The fight is cool. You know, I'm going to watch it, but it's not. I never heard anyone talking about Canelo versus Rock. I heard people talking about Zurdo Ramirez and Canelo. You know, just different fights like that. I've never heard anyone prior to Canelo, me waking up and he announced he's fighting Rocky Fielding. Never heard anyone mention those two. So that's just my opinion. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. While that dude is lifeless making fake account, this is what they do, man. But every time they hate, the money comes in, so we're not worried about that. Zurdo will beat Fielding. See, and that would be even a better buildup, is if if Fielding beat someone like a Gilberto Ramirez or even a Jesse Hart, anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, Fielding has probably done the lead, you know, Porky Medina and Badu Jack when he was there, and Caleb Plant, they've all been more exposed to the American public and all that. Like I said, put it this way. If it wasn't Canelo and Rocky Fielding was fighting anybody else, it probably wouldn't be that big of a fight. Is that true? Or you guys are going to say I'm hating? So if Rocky, let's say Caleb Plant, that's my guy. Let's say Caleb Plant versus Rocky Fielding. Y'all mean to be like, y'all would be like, oh shit, Rocky Fielding versus Caleb Plant. You know, stop it. Like, see, we know the game. What if Jamal Charlo said he moving up to 68 and he gonna fight Rocky Fielding? Would anyone give him the utmost respect and credit and be like, oh, Charlo, see, now that's what I'm talking about. Man, I gave Charlo some shit about his resume, but he moved up to fight some Rocky Fielding and a secondary belt. That's what I'm talking about. Bravo, Charlo. Bravo. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's keep that all the way a buck. Ain't nobody would be... If Danny Jacobs moved up and said, I'm fighting Rocky Fielding, you honestly think people would be like, now that's a fucking fight. Daniel Jacobs and Rocky Fielding. Mama called him Cassius. I'm going to call him Click. You know? Stop it. You know? Man, I would... what if Demetrius Andrade, all of his inactivity and stuff that he's had in his career, if he moved up and said, I'm fighting Rocky Fielding for it, but you know, it wouldn't be it. People are big because Canelo's not that big in stature in terms of height and arm length, and it's Canelo, and he's coming off the Triple G fight. That's it. Face it. So to me, it's still it boils down to the matchups. Whatever matchups they're talking about, that's going to determine it. You know, even with Canelo, because if it's, I promise you, for me, if it's a bunch of Liam Smith and Amir Khan and Rocky Dennis, The Mask and all that, Rocky Road, that's cool, but that's not going to be ultimately enough. You know, or people are gonna bounce around like, oh shit, Canelo's fighting. I'm gonna get it for this month, and I'm gonna cancel it in a month or two, or I'm gonna cancel it immediately after the fight. You know, they're gonna do it like on some month by month type shit if there's a good fight. So to me, I think DAZN still, even as a new company, they're gonna have to put a succession of good fight. I do like Usyk versus Bellew. I did really like Billy Joe Saunders versus Andre, but we know that's not happening. I don't know what's going on, why it says video unavailable. I have no idea. It's YouTube. It's YouTube streaming should be tripping. Yeah, shout out to Rocky Dennis, man. Oh, wow, the picture keeps going. Wow, YouTube got to step it up. Hold on, I'm going to refresh it, y'all. What the fuck? Hey, hold on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Wow. Hello, testing.